Hello and welcome back. So the topic today is nutrition. What are the nutrients we need? We basically need macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates and fats. Proteins digest into amino acids and they are the building blocks of our body. Carbohydrates are mainly used for energy, and fats can either be used for energy or used to produce certain hormones or other things in our body. We have the micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. These are needed in small quantities and they have many functions in our body for our immune system, for our digestion, and they have several other things. So in my opinion, it's a good place to start with Weston A. Price. Weston A. Price was a dentist who studied non-industrialized primitive populations. He wanted to answer the question, what is a healthy diet? He found that these primitive people had really good facial structure and dental development. They were also free from the chronic and degenerative diseases that we have today. He also found that as soon as these people started to introduce the foods of modern commerce, as he calls it, namely white flour, white sugar and vegetable oils, they started to develop the same health problems that we have today. So, these diets were very different, but they had certain similarities, such as all of them contained animal products. And it's really important to note here that they always ate the whole animal. They also ate the organ meats and the connective tissue. Most people today, we only eat the muscle meats, and this leads to an unbalanced amino acid profile in our diet. All of these diets were high in micronutrients because they were only consisting of organic foods grown in high quality, nutrient-dense soil. All of these people had special emphasis on the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E and K. These were mainly obtained from animal products, namely animal fats, organ meats, egg yolks, dairy products and seafood. All of the diets were low in the polyunsaturated fats, and if you don't know, these are the essential fats, and their biggest source today are the vegetable oils. And since these people mostly consumed animal fats or the tropical plant oils, they had a very low intake of these pretty bad fats. Obviously they only ate whole foods and no processed foods, and it's really important that they used traditional cooking techniques. This means that they knew that certain foods had anti-nutrients in them that block digestion and certain mineral absorption, and they need to prepare these foods accordingly to get rid of these anti-nutrients. Which brings me to my next point, which are the natural plant toxins. So basically what these are they are completely different from the industrial toxins that most people would think of, such as pesticides, plastics such as BPA, dioxins, etc. These are natural compounds produced by the plant to protect itself. If you think about it, animals evolved certain defenses such as claws, really strong teeth, or the ability to run away from predators. But plants, on the other hand, they can't run away and they can't protect themselves. Their only defense mechanism is basically to try to poison the animals that are most likely to eat them. So, the plants that are highest in these toxins or anti-nutrients are the grains, legumes, beans and the nuts and seeds of the plants, because these are the most important for the plant to protect. The second high would be the above ground vegetables, because obviously humans or other animals could just pick the leaves and try to eat them. The roots of the vegetables are generally safe to consume for humans because they mostly have to defend themselves against fungi and bacteria. The fruits, especially if they are ripe, are obviously mostly toxin free because they are designed by the plant for humans or other animals to eat them and then fertilize their seeds and drop it a few miles away. So what are the best foods to eat and what should we eat? In my opinion, the best foods are nutrient dense, meaning they are high in micronutrients, and also easy to digest, because remember, nuts and seeds, for example, are high in nutrients, but what good it is if we can't digest them at all. So the protein sources are mostly animal products, meat, dairy, eggs and seafood. It's really important to also consume organ meats and the connective tissue of animals, not just the muscle meats. The best carbohydrate sources are those that are the lowest in the anti-nutrients, and these are well cooked root vegetables or tubers and also ripe fruits. So fats. You should mostly consume animal fats from beef, lamb or dairy fats or tropical plant oils. We have to keep the polyunsaturated fats in our diet as low as possible. We should also eat balanced meals. The reason for this is basically satiety, blood sugar control and also palatability of foods. If you think about it, butter on its own or potatoes on its own doesn't really taste good and it's not really satisfying or palatable, but mashed potatoes, especially if you add in a little meat, makes a really good meal. So we should always combine the 3 macronutrients. So thanks for watching this video. If you want more information, please check out my website, which I will leave in the description box, and see you all next time. He also noticed that as soon as these people